Football, the world's most popular sport. For decades, Europe has ruled the game. England, Spain, Italy, and Germany have been home to the brightest stars. The world turned its eyes to the Champions League, to La Liga, to the Premier League. But today, a new force is rising from the desert sands, a league once ignored. This is the rise of the Saudi Pro League One, old footage of empty stadiums in Saudi Arabia. Not long ago, the Saudi Pro League was barely noticed outside the Middle East. Stadiums had empty seats, foreign broadcasters didn't even consider buying rights, and local clubs played mostly for national pride. Fans were passionate, yes, but the world wasn't watching. For many years, Saudi Arabia's league was only a dream for local supporters. Until one bold vision changed everything. Saudi Crown Prince Vision 2030. Under Saudi Arabia's ambitious Vision 2030, the country began a new mission: to diversify its economy, to showcase culture, and to make a mark on the global stage. Football became more than just a sport. It became a tool of power, influence, and pride. Billions of dollars were allocated with one clear mission: bring the best players in the world to Saudi soil and build a league that could rival Europe itself. This wasn't just about football. This was about rewriting history. Ronaldo signing with Al Nassr. In December 2022, the impossible happened. Cristiano Ronaldo, one of football's greatest icons, signed for Al Nassr. The world was in shock. Social media exploded, headlines screamed, and millions tuned in to see his unveiling. Critics called it the end of Ronaldo's career. They said he was finished, chasing money instead of glory. But in reality, it was the beginning of something far bigger. His arrival put Saudi football on the global map overnight. One man, one signing, and suddenly the desert was no longer silent. It was roaring. 4. The flood of superstars. After Ronaldo, the dominoes began to fall. Karim Benzema, the Ballon d'Or winner, joined Al Ittihad. Neymar, once the most expensive player in football history, signed for Al Hilal. Sadio Mane, N'Golo Kanté, Riyad Mahrez, and dozens more followed. Within months, world champions, Champions League winners, and legends of the game were arriving in Saudi Arabia. Suddenly, the Saudi Pro League wasn't a joke anymore. It was a revolution, a dream league, where stars from across continents gathered to create something entirely new. 5. The money power. How was this possible? The answer was simple: money. Backed by the Saudi Public Investment Fund, clubs were able to offer contracts no European team could match. Some players earned in a year what they would earn in 5 years in Europe. But was it just about money? For many, yes. Yet for others, it was the chance to be part of something new, to leave behind a legacy as pioneers of football's newest frontier. For every critic calling it greed. 6. Global attention and broadcasting deals. Soon, international broadcasters scrambled to buy television rights. Matches were suddenly available in Africa, in Asia, even in Europe. Millions tuned in worldwide, curious to see how these superstars would perform. Stadiums that once struggled to sell tickets were now packed to the brim. Rivalries like Al Hilal versus Al Nassr became international spectacles. Jerseys sold out, chants echoed, and the Saudi Pro League was no longer just a league, it was a global brand. Montage of players, fans, stadiums, Saudi flag waving. One thing is clear: the Saudi Pro League has risen, and the world of football will never be the same again. The desert sands are shifting, and the game's future may no longer belong only to Europe. From Ronaldo's first step onto Saudi soil, to hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to share it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.